Uh-huh. The other night, I watched a video from this woman, the next level guru. Damn, I thought it was so profound. Actually, I watched the whole video, and that is right. She said, your shadow is always coming back to collect. She talked about MJ. Man, what is it about MJ? He's all over YouTube. It's like he's back from the dead. Maybe he came to settle the score. You know what I'm saying? Now, she talked about how he could not control his shadow. In fact, he controlled everything, music, fame, all that. But the shadow. I said, damn, that's an important video. Let me talk my shit right here, yo. Yeah, hello, beautiful people. My name is Alula. Welcome to Awaken the Ego. I'm back with another video, and today I want to share something profound, something so important, something that you are to continuously, guys, work on, evaluate, and evolve. What is that? Unaddressed trauma, guys, will ruin your new reality. In fact, I had a problem in this department for a lot of my life, actually. Before I went to my spiritual awakening, one of the dreams that I used to have was like something chasing me. You know what I'm saying? Now, something would chase me, and then when I turn around to face it, then I awaken from my sleep. Now, I try to interpret that dream many times, but during my ascension, it just came to me. When I decoded that dream, what that dream meant for me was like I was running away from my real self. And the other thing that stood out was like this thing that was bothering me, you know what I'm saying, shall be dealt with when I go through my spiritual awakening. That is exactly what happened when I began this journey and where I am now. Guys, let me tell you something. I have completely changed. Things that I used to value, I no longer value. Basically, I do not see the world in the same way that I did. And let me tell you something. It is so satisfying. That is a testimony, guys, to my spiritual evolution. Yeah. Now, if you're struggling with trauma, with shadow, and this season, guys, you are to turn around and face your shadow. Why is this season so important? This season is so important, guys, because in our current affair, what is going on in the world today, guys, is that the energy, the vibration is so high. Everything is illuminated. Basically, everything that's hidden, guys, is coming to an open. Now, if you do not take the time to address this issue, guys, this thing will ruin your new reality. All right, let's go down to the video, to the point. Why is it so important for you to turn around and face your shadow? Actually, let me just say this, guys. Oh my God, that bird is so fast. uh, what I wanted to say before we get into the video is that all your shadow wants to do is to be seen, to be acknowledged, and to be released. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But if you keep running away and you're not facing the shadow, guys, this will put you at risk for your new reality. All right, why is it that it's so important for you to face your shadow? Guys, your new reality is behind your trauma. Yes. Now, there is that you of that is living your current reality. But there's another you inside of you that knows you can lead a different life. But now there is something inside that is stopping you. There is like some kind of obstacle. Whether this obstacle manifests in a form of fear, doubt, unworthiness. You know what I'm saying, guys? All this is coming from somewhere. Basically, that is what is stopping you from taking your first step into building your new reality. You know what I'm saying? In fact, if I did not go through my spiritual awakening, guys, let me tell you something. There'll be no awaken the ego. The thing about trauma is like trauma, unchecked trauma, it stops you from taking action. You know what I mean? And in fact, one of the things I love about animals is that animals, like, they can be in a life-threatening situations. You know what I mean? He could be at a point where he almost dies, but then 2 minutes later, he is gone about his business like nothing has happened. But the thing about humans, guys, is that things that happens to you, or things that happen to you, especially early on in your childhood, guys, if it's unmet, if it's unprocessed, it's something that you're gonna carry with you your whole life. Now, no matter where you go, there's a saying that says, there you are. You know what I'm saying? Every time you carry this trauma, time will go on, but you find yourself stuck in the same reality. Why? Because there's an invisible chain that needs to be unshackled. You know what I'm saying? There is something that needs to be addressed. Therefore, it is so important for you to continuously work on your shadow and your trauma. You know what I'm saying? And Another thing I want to say, guys, is like having a trauma is a normal thing. Having shadow, in fact, everybody has it. It's just the way you decide to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get down to the second point. Why is it so important for you to face your shadow? Because if you don't face your shadow, you're gonna continue being a victim in your life. You know what I'm saying? In fact, you're gonna be a prey, especially from people who know your trauma, especially the narcissist. In fact, let me tell you something. The energetic connection that many empaths have with narcissists is due to their trauma. And also, guys, the devil feeds on your trauma. Now, the more trauma you have, the more shadow that is not addressed, guys, the more people will take advantage of you. People will use you and abuse you. And guess what? You're going to continue to accept that situation. Why? Because you carry so much hurt within yourself. But the moment you address these traumas, guys, let me tell you something. New reality begins to open up for you. You begin to change, slowly but surely, in a way that you thought you could never do. You begin to do things. You begin to do new things. Why? Because you have become a new person. Now, another thing trauma does is like trauma feeds your ego. Now, the more trauma you have, the bigger your ego, and the easily that ego gets bruised because it is so fragile. Now, which leads us to the next but most important point, which is, guys, unaddressed trauma, unaddressed shadow becomes a feeding ground for addiction. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're going to continue living your life using substance to numb yourself. Now, what I will say on this is that now the substance is not the problem, I would say, but there is something underneath all of that that needs to be numbed. There's so much pain within, like a cry from the soul. You know what I'm saying? That want to be free. Now, if you don't turn around and face this shadow, you're gonna have to continue being addicted to substance to numb yourself, which will take you down a very dangerous path. Now, if I can use myself as an example, me, guys, I've always had a love and hate relationship with weed. Now, there was a times where I'd used weed to escape my reality, especially early on in my life when I didn't know how to deal with my emotions. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, guys, my relationship with weed is a good relationship. I'm neutral about it. I do not see it as a way of escaping because I have doubts with my issue. You know what I'm saying? If you're struggling with substance addiction, I would suggest, guys, there is something, guys, you are to look within yourself and address it. Let me tell you something. Once you address that situation, acknowledge it, you know what I'm saying, and let go, it will be the best thing you can ever do for yourself. Yeah, like this video, subscribe to this channel. Until your next video, God bless, and take care. Bye bye. See you.